the good, the bad, and the tarot. This is going to be a love forecast for the sign of Pisces for the month of August 2016. This is for my Pisces suns, moons, and risings, and those on the cusp. This is a general love reading and will not resonate with everyone. For the most accurate reading with the most accurate outcome, I do recommend coming and getting a private reading. Calling on my spirit guides. What are the messages and energies regarding love that you have for the sign of Pisces? This is for my Pisces suns, moons, and risings, and those on the cusp. Spirit, what are the messages and energies that you have for the sign of Pisces? Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising, and those on the cusp. And a couple more shuffles, and we'll be on our way. What are the love messages, Spirit, that you have for Pisces for the month of August? What will be so for Pisces? And I am going to be doing a rune casting today and pulling an oracle message at the end of your reading, so stay tuned for those. Okay, so you have two runes face up. One is on your crossing card, one is in your recent past, the rest are face down. Now, I don't read the runes that are face down. Some people, some ancients, would practice casting the runes this way, but would not read the runes face down. I do not. Some other people do. It's just a preference. So let's take a look at your cards. Okay. Two kings crossing each other. The King of Swords reversed crossed by the King of Pentacles reversed. What comes below you is the Ace of Pentacles reversed. What comes above you is the Seven of Pentacles upright. In your recent past, you have the Empress in reverse. In your near future, you have the Two of Pentacles reversed. In the position of how you see yourself, you have the High Priest reversed. In your environment, this is how your significant other may be viewing you or dealing with you. They have Temperance in reverse. Your hopes and fears are the Seven of Rods. Your outcome for the month of August is the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. So Pisces, you walk into August with the energy of the King of Swords reversed. This can't be an air sign, so some of you have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius in your chart. I'm getting a strong masculine energy here, but it can also represent a female energy. I'm going to read this as a male energy right now. What I see here is either you, Pisces, have let go of someone or are in a position to break up with someone. Now, this is the card of someone who's cutting someone out of their life. It could be that you're quitting a job, quitting a relationship, or you and are attempting to be logical and fair, but you may be coming off as a bit harsh to people around you. The King of Swords is rather brutal and cruel in his words and in his actions. He can be very demanding, and not so much fair as he is authoritative, commanding, and he can really take charge of a situation in a way that's heavy-handed. Now, what crosses you is also another king, which can represent some aspect of yourself or another person. You have the King of Pentacles, or they're the King of Pentacles reversed. This could be an earth sign male, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. I'm getting, could be Virgo or Capricorn right here. But also, this energy is someone who, as a challenge, can be superficial, a workaholic, someone who's very greedy, or is having trouble feeling the love from the other partner. So they may have trouble accepting your love, or they may have trouble just accepting love at all into their life. They're coming up with another rune here. Let's see. It's Theriza's protection, which is like the hammer, but it's in reverse. It's interesting that what I'm kind of picking up is that there's two people at odds with each other. You, Pisces, are at odds with someone who is very much your equal. This could be a same-sex relationship where we're looking at a male-male relationship. You, Pisces, having either an air sign in your chart, like a Libra rising or Gemini rising, or a Libra moon or Gemini moon, or you're watching your rising or moon sign for this reading. I see this other person as a challenge for you, this King of Pentacles. With the hammer in reverse, the hammer really speaks to either someone who's defending themselves aggressively, or uses the hammer to break through glass ceilings, uses it as protection. When it's reversed, certainly one of these people is feeling like they can't maybe protect themselves against you, or they feel a lack of I don't want to say safety, but it could just be that they're not using the right weapon, so to speak, to kind of defend themselves. They may not have a very good defense against you. I'm going to skip to your recent past. You have the Empress in reverse. So this is 1 to 2 weeks going back. This can speak to someone who is really out of touch with their feminine energy. She can be overly aggressive, overbearing, over-nurturing, can come on too strong, or if she is the female in the relationship or even the male in the relationship, this is someone who is not open to love and in fact goes the opposite direction. She can be vindictive, cruel, and like I said, overbearing or jealous. It can also stand for the other woman, like the mistress. So maybe if this is your energy, you are feeling like the Empress in reverse. And Awa's trust is Merc Stave. So I very much feel like, you or someone around you was having some serious trust issues. Maybe this led you to break up with your partner. your partner being the King of Pentacles in reverse here, who has Thurisaz protection in reverse. Something that just came to mind is that your partner wasn't wearing protection, and taking that literally. So take from that what you will, but that's one of the messages that I'm getting. Now, in the root position, this is what puts you here with the King of Swords reversed. I have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So the foundation of this situation was a rejection. I'm getting a rejection from the other partner. It was either a rejection of an offer that you made to them, or it could just be that this person was very ungrounded. They didn't really have a good connection to the earth. They weren't really grounded themselves, and so there really never was good soil here to start this new beginning. It can be that an opportunity was passed up. But either way, I am getting some kind of rejection at the heart of this matter, which would make sense if you are in reverse here with the King of Swords. I'm getting that you rejected this person's offer, or you broke up with this person strongly. And it had to do with trust issues and feeling like not wanting to be the mistress in the relationship, or you were just not being treated, I don't think, the right way. It was making you feel maybe less feminine, less open to love than you really wanted to be. Certainly not, they weren't treating you, or you weren't feeling like the goddess that you are, or God that you are. You weren't feeling worshipped in that sense. You weren't feeling taken care of. Maybe you weren't even feeling nurturing. You know, the lines of love have been cut off with this person is what I'm seeing. In your thoughts and feelings, you have the Seven of Pentacles. And so I see you in your mind kind of taking a pause. These are all the seeds that you've planted, and you've been toiling, you've been working really hard either on yourself or on some relationship. And now you need to sort of think about the pros and cons of it. How far have you come? What more do you need to do? Do these seeds need more water? Do they need more soil? Do they need more light? What's going to help them grow and flourish? And so also this is a sign of you being patient with your thoughts and feelings and taking pause to consider where things are going at this point. Still, there's work left to be done, and you're aware of that. This is in your conscious level. So it speaks to that there's more that needs to happen here for these seeds to flourish. Going into the near future, you have the Two of Pentacles reversed. This is likely in the middle of August. And I see that someone is dropping the ball here. Someone feels overwhelmed. You're not the first sign to get this card. Leo had this card as well. So it's possible that you're dealing with a Leo or a Virgo, possibly a Capricorn or a Taurus. And I feel like this card speaks to someone dropping the ball. Either responsibilities and demands have become too much. The balance is gone. The ability to juggle is gone. Perhaps something's changed for you and you can no longer keep up with all of the demands that you're faced with. In love, it can mean that you maybe had two options that you were balancing, that you were juggling. Perhaps you were seeing two different people, but it's telling me that in the near future, that will no longer be the case. Something has to give. If you're starting to feel overwhelmed, that's a pretty good signal that something is going to have to give. Interesting that in the position of how you see yourself, you have the High Priest reversed. So this can signify that you are breaking a commitment, or you have no desire to follow the established rules and procedures of a company that you work for, a relationship. It can signal divorce, or that you don't really want to stay in a committed relationship. You'd rather have a no strings attached approach to your relationships. You may see yourself as a bit of a rebel or iconoclast in some ways. Rebel, you, Pisces, the person that doesn't conform. I think that makes sense. In your environment, this is also how the person you think about the most, or your significant other, may be viewing you or dealing with you. They have Temperance in reverse. So there's no consensus here between you two. You may not be healed properly from the situation. This also speaks to a lack of balance and patience. Perhaps it's like oil and water when you two get together. There's just no compromise. In your hopes and fears, you have the Seven of Rods. I see this as a fear of having to defend yourself, having to be put on the defensive, having more challenges in your way, more obstacles. Just having to struggle along and persevere as opposed to thrive and just be happy. Your outcome is the Page of Pentacles. So I do see a message coming in at the end of August, perhaps the beginning of September. It is a small message. Pages are slow and methodical, and they will spend a great deal of time thinking before doing. The message here is going to be asking you to take this bait, which is the coin here. So it may be an offering, or I wouldn't say a call to action, but maybe just a friendly hello. It could be that you do hear from one of the people you're interested in, most likely the Earth sign, the Virgo, Taurus, or the Capricorn. But this is a good card, and it does speak to there being hope and potential for something new to begin. I'd like to read to you today from the Oracle of Mermaids, but I'm going to be calling on Spirit to help guide you, specifically Pisces, on your journey forward in love and in light. Spirit, what does Pisces need to know? Yes, this is for my Pisces suns, moons, and risings. That will help them on their highest spiritual journey. That will help them follow their highest path in love and in light. So, the card that I pulled for you is called Experiments, and it says manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, and arrogance. And as you can see by the tone of the card, it is a bit darker, but the message may be serving as a warning in terms of some aspect of your behavior, personality, or just some things that you may be doing that may not be helpful to you right now. The card is 33, reduces to a 6, and I'm trying to see if you have any 6s here. I don't see any sixes. So it says, this is more of kind of a holistic message. I guess you could say so I'll read you the message. It says, looking into GM food, which is genetically modified food, cosmetics, products, and food sources developed with genetic manipulation and experimentation. All experiments are not bad, but many are cruel. When humans use other creatures for their own selfish purposes, they lose the very part of themselves that is most beautiful and noble. Many claim ignorance or have been persuaded that experimenting on animals is necessary for human health and well-being. You are now awakening and seeing the connections between all life forms. You are awakening to the wrongness of seeking to understand something by taking it apart, and most often without consent, separating families, tribes, colonies of creatures for purposes that are selfish and cruel. This took place in Atlantis, and the mermaids witnessed this, with the creatures of Lemuria and the animals who were often torn apart on tables, as if they were unable to feel. We need to step in, all of us, and change it. It is happening again. That's why we're talking to you now. The reverse meaning has obviously the opposite message. It says that believing that experiments on animals and cosmetic surgery, genetic manipulation, and refusing to age are all good things, acceptable things. Cruel choices with no thought to how they take place. Not understanding that luxury can come about due to the power, excess, and enslavement of other beings, including the elementals, the merfolk, the oceans, the sea creatures, the animals and labs, the people who have lost their sense of rightness in the world. Have you forgotten who you are? Are you concerned with what is not important? Have you forgotten kindness? Think for a moment of the overfished seas, the pain of the whales as they are hunted, the pollution pouring into the ocean, the fishing lines wrapping around the dolphin's torso, the net pulling down the shark, and the plastic bag choking the turtle. So it goes on and on here. But it's like there's also a deeper message here that's just asking you to be conscious and aware of, just doing terrible experiments. If you see cruelty around you, if you see people hurting each other or hurting animals, and certainly if you're taking part in anything like that, doing any kind of experiment in terms of, also if this is related to your love life, it can say that you or someone around you may be experimenting in terms of what they can and can't get away with, what they can get away with, what they can't get away with. If you're involved in a relationship like this where someone is literally, playing with your heart or, coming in and out of your life, or causing, doing some kind of experiment with you to see how you're going to react, obviously that's not out of love, and it doesn't seem like something that you would be part of. So I'm not sure, this message is going to resonate differently with different people. This is a very dark energy, though. As you can see, it's asking her to, come join me. It's like, and so I think this card is asking you to kind of draw a line in the sand. Like, what is it that you're going to put up with? What is it that you're not going to put up with? obviously if someone's been like unusually cruel to you and you can see that this behavior is affecting, you know, you're an animal too. We all are. Like, we all deserve love and affection and kindness. You know, make sure you put an end to it. But, you know, this is just warning you against experiments. It says manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, and arrogance. If there's someone around you who's doing any of these things or asking you to be part of some culture that you're really just not okay with, you know, definitely take a stand. Put your foot down. Don't accept it. You know, so that's the message there. And I think Pisces, of all the signs, you're the most sensitive and connected maybe to animals and to, you know, good eating habits. So for some of you, this could be like fighting for a good cause. You know, you maybe your love is of animals and your love is for a cause, and you're fighting some terrible force right now. You may be witnessing a lot of cruelty around you that's very hurtful. And the best thing you can do is to model that behavior for others and show, you know, volunteer for organizations, and just don't participate in that behavior. You know, don't participate in eating genetically modified foods. Don't participate in animal cruelty. You know, if there's someone in your life who is being manipulative or cruel to you, or doing things that you don't agree with, you know, just tell them, you know, this isn't right and I don't agree with it. And then you need to make a decision whether or not you can put up with it. If it's your company that's supporting something that you don't believe in, you know, maybe it's time for you to say, I can't conform to that. I don't believe in it. It doesn't align with my values, right? Doesn't align with my values. What are your values and what are you willing to put up with? Now is a good time to ask. So that is my reading for you, Pisces. Thank you for joining me. I know it's kind of an odd twist at the end there, but I hope that it resonated with you, and just remember to give it a thumbs up if you like this reading. Leave me a comment. I read all my comments. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Sending you much love and light, many blessings for a peaceful and love-filled rest of August. Take care.